Everyone's heard the saying, what's the meaning of life, right? But in all seriousness, what is the meaning of life? Like, people normally wake up, they go to school, they come home, have dinner, watch telly, go off to bed. Or if you're an adult, you go to work, come home, do the same thing really, and then go off to bed and do it all over again. But is that really what life is? Are we designed to do that, or is this something that somebody made up? You know, nobody ever seems to ask these serious questions. You know, but really ask yourself, why are we doing any of this? Why are we working to earn a living? Why are we being slaves just to get some money? Why are we doing all this? At what cost? No one seems to answer these questions. Why are we doing any of this, people? I mean, shouldn't the meaning of life be about doing what you want, as long as you're not hurting or harming anyone? Shouldn't you just go out and enjoy nature like this, or do a hobby that you really like, or go somewhere you've always wanted to see? Why do we have to work and be slaves to the government just so that we can make some money on the side, huh? I mean, I get it gets you out and doing something. It makes you, do something productive with your day, I guess. But really ask yourself, why are we doing this? There's a pigeon that just went past. No, but seriously, why are we doing any of this, people? I don't know if in ancient times, like, before modern civilization, if we ever did actually do any work. Was work even a thing back in those times? I mean, sure it was to some extent, but why are we doing any of this work, honestly? It really doesn't make any sense to me why we do all this work. No, but no, seriously, I don't get why we have to work. Whoever came up with this presumption that we have to work to earn a living, I find a little ridiculous in my opinion. Like, why all of a sudden do we have to work all the time? Why do we have to put our bodies at risk and on the line just to earn some money at the end of the day? I mean, I get money's precious and all, you have to earn it and all that type of stuff, but but even ask yourself this, why do we have money? Why do we have to pay for things? And why do we have to spend just in order to get something? Why do you have to spend, I don't know, 90 something pence on a bottle of milk or a carton of milk? Why not just go and get it? Why do you have to spend £1.50 something just to get a carton of half a dozen eggs? Why do you have to spend, £2 something on some orange juice? Why do you have to spend such and such on bread or butter or cheese or fish or anything else? Ask yourself this, why do we have to spend money just to get food and stuff like that? But not just food, but anything. It could be equipment, it could be cars, it could be a house, it could be, anything really, if you think about it. Why do we have to have money just so we can buy things? I don't know. I don't know, people, but it just seems weird to me how we have to, be slaves and have money just so we can, in order to get things, Even for example, if you go into a shop like sells rocks or stones or whatever, that are charitable, whatever, you probably have to pay for it just so you can, you know, have it. Really doesn't make any sense to me. Bet back in Egyptian times and, you know, before the modern era, you probably didn't have the cash or money. You just go out and get something, but things probably weren't as advanced back then, you know, as they are now, obviously. But honestly, it's not just a case of, you know, I'm working and being slave to the government. It's about, you know, like, why do any of it at all? You know, shouldn't people just sit back, relax, and enjoy their time and just, you know, do what they want? Again, within reason, as long as if you're not harming anyone, of course. But just like, why do you have to pick yourself up and go out and just put your body on the line just to risk everything to get some money at the end of the day? And even ask yourself this: why do we have to pay bills and, you know, gas and water and electric and, you know, all this other stuff? Why do we have to do that? You know, for example, you probably have to spend 180 something pounds on some gas or electric, or 200 pounds or something on some water. I mean, maybe I'm going off on a tangent here, but that's what it feels like. Like, even water, for example, like the water here. Why do you have to pay for water? It's something you can just drink. It's not anything that's, you know, complicated. It's just water, basically. Why do you have to pay for it? I really don't get it. No, but I think I'm going to wrap this video up. This is just me explaining why do we have to work for a living and just earn some money, and why do we have to pay for things and all this type of stuff. But yeah, that's it for today. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, and I'll talk to you all another time. Ciao.